What's up, everybody? It's J Mac, and welcome to Bigfoot Input. Welcome back to episode 16 of Cryptid Picture Reactions, and I hope you guys are enjoying the new content, and we are going to continue putting out more. I just want to remind you guys before we get started that we do have memberships now, so please, if you want to join the Cool Kids Club, please come over, join us. We would be greatly appreciative. All right, here we go. So what we're seeing here is, I'm gonna say, a cow of some type, like a I don't really know what this creature is, but like it's not like a domesticated cow as much as it looks like almost like some sort of furry cow, like a Highland cow. And it is atop what I'm gonna guesstimate is a 15 to 18 foot tree. Now, I mean, big cats do the same kind of behavior where they like drag their kill up into a tree so no one else can get to it, but this is a huge animal. I mean, this cow, I don't even know. What is that? 800 to 1,000 pound cow just perched atop a 15-foot tree. It might not be quite 15 foot, but either way, that's a big tree and that's a big animal. And it got up there somehow. So, being that none of the other trees around it they're not disturbed, I'm gonna say that this wasn't like a tornado or anything. Could a Bigfoot pick up this cow and put it in this tree? I believe so, and I think that's possibly what we're seeing here. Next, okay, nothing exciting to see here, but always the same thing with the round head, and we can see an arm. We can see the legs there towards the bottom. There's a little split there where the legs are. Nothing but a dark figure concealed by trees. Could be a Bigfoot, could be a Wookiee, could be in a guy in a suit. I'm really not sure. There's not a lot to say. We have a lot of great pictures, so I'm just going to keep moving on to something a little better than that. This, I mean, just excellent catch. You can see the cone-shaped head and the ear, and you can see like one and a half eye. The rest of it's pretty well um, secluded by trees. This, of course, is Swan Lake. Uh, Big props to this guy. If you haven't seen Swan Lake stuff, you're missing out. He has probably, arguably, some of the best Bigfoot creature type footage on the internet. So definitely go check his stuff out. I don't know what in the hell this thing is, and I don't want to know. I don't ever want to run across this at, like, driving a dirt road at night. Um, it looks humanoid. Has these really freakishly long legs and arms. And it appears to be naked. Very pale skin. I don't really see any evidence of hair. And it has these glowing eyes, which, of course, given the light source, I can't tell if this is like a car on a dirt road or like a guy on a snowmobile. But either way, you can see the tapetum lucidum in this creature's eyes. So this is typical of what I would call a feral human. I mean, the leg and arm length, I don't quite understand that, but it's definitely humanoid. It definitely has night vision, and I believe that it would eat your flesh given the opportunity. So, if you see something like that, just run the other way. This picture kind of perplexes me. I'm not really sure what entirely is going on here. I mean, it almost wants to look like a hairless hyena, but it doesn't have the leg structure of a hyena. Um, I have no option other than to go with a possible chupacabra. I think the chupacabra is a very misunderstood creature, but yeah, I think this fits the bill. Somebody is going to come along in the comments with saying it's this creature or that creature that has mange. Well, great. If you can identify the creature, let me know and I'll agree with you. But as of right now, with the weird ears and the body shape, I don't know. I gotta go chupacabra. So this is an interesting picture, and it's just of this like humanoid type creature jumping the guardrail. And I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on the picture so you can get a better look at it. The arm length and the leg length on this thing, it looks a lot like the other guy, you know? And if you want to call this the rake, fine. I'm okay with that. I tend to think that the rake, again, is a very misunderstood creature. People think it's this, like, supernatural monster type thing. I don't think so. I think it's literally a feral human. Imagine that there are humans that don't grow up on the surface of the earth. They are born and grow up in cave systems. They take on the characteristics of bats. They use echolocation and night vision, and they feed on whatever. So I don't know. That to me, that's a very real thing, and I think that this is possibly some really good evidence of it. No, I don't think this is an alien of any kind. I think that is a human being. All right, this picture is by Rebecca Rollison. I told you guys that I was going to do better at identifying where the pictures come from. Rebecca is one of the boots on the ground researchers for Bigfoot World, and she has a really good catch here, and I'm going to give you a zoomed in version of it so you can take a better look. We are basically seeing a primate face, more specifically a gorilla type face, peeking through this like foliage here. And that's what Bigfoot is. That's what Sasquatch is. A large bipedal primate. He's not a ghost or an interdimensional traveler. He's just a primate. An unidentified one. So good job, Rebecca. That's a great shot. Another one by Kathy Westerman. I could do a video just on Kathy's pictures alone. She has so many. This one, I don't need to even describe this. There's a big old face right there peeking out from behind this tree. And that's all there is to it. Now, Kathy will tell you that there's forest creatures. I don't know that I've ever heard Kathy refer to them as Bigfoot or Sasquatch or skunk apes, but for me, yeah, I think that there are skunk apes in the Florida swamps now and in the forests. Now, as far as forest creatures go, I mean, she's produced some pictures that I would definitely call more human than animal. I don't know exactly where to go with that. I don't know if they are. I don't think they're feral humans. Although she has found some pretty convincing tracks. So, I got to be honest, I really don't know what's going on in the Ocala National Forest, but it is fascinating. And we're just going to stay tuned to see what evidence comes up next. This is Pamela Esper. This is another boots on the ground researcher from Bigfoot World. She has a pretty good capture here. In between these leaves, you can definitely make out a face. A lot of these pictures that you see These creatures are always very elusive, very covered in foliage, very hidden, which is the way they like it. But they're curious. They still want to see what's going on. So, good job, Pamela, on that one. I think that's a pretty good capture. So somebody posted this one recently, and there was a big backstory to it. Their mother's brothers, uncles, kids took this picture and had a bunch of upstanding people behind it saying, "Yeah, it was real," and we there was more pictures, but this is the only one that came out good, and we got a clear shot of Bigfoot. Look at him, etc. Now, okay, fine. I've seen this picture before, so that doesn't necessarily dispute what they say, but this looks like a costume. And I say that because I've seen this mask before. Like it literally looks like that kid from the movie Mask, but here's why it's not real. So I zoomed in on this picture and you can see there's like an MD or an MO on the forehead there. I have no idea why that's there, how it got there, or in what manner it is there. But it is. You can clearly see it. So that tells me that this picture is not organic. That it's a mask. I don't know. It's CGI, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know exactly what it is. But it's not organic. So that much we know. Therefore, it's not real. Moving right along. This was interesting, I thought. This person, Tina, posted this picture on a hauntings group, paranormal group, but she says that we saw something behind us on top of the mountain, and playing with the light we got this. So they took this selfie and they thought they had seen something, and they came back home and they started playing with the contrast and the lighting on the picture, and they got this creature in the back. And I'm looking at this thing going, I'm like, that's not a ghost. I'm like, that's a Bigfoot. That's a Sasquatch. He was, what, 10 feet behind you. Who knows what his intentions were necessarily, but they seem to have come out of this thing okay. But yeah, I'm really surprised that you can't see his eye shine in the first picture. Maybe his eyes were closed. But that is definitely the shape of a Sasquatch. So I don't know that it's a Sasquatch, but I think it's an interesting picture. I like this one. This is the Douglas County Sheriff's Office in Nebraska. And they are thanking the Parks and the Game and Parks Commission and everyone else in this ongoing investigation. And they saw this picture of this creature in the woods, and everyone's safe. There's no cause for concern. But if anybody is missing their circus bear or a pet ape, please contact them. Looks like they got a Bigfoot there in Nebraska. There's a zoomed in picture, or zoomed in version of one of the pictures to give you a better look at what is very obviously a Bigfoot, although a blurry one. Okay, book authors Joseph Annie. This is Big Lucy peeking through the grass. Now this, I think it's a convincing picture. You can obviously see a face. As a matter of fact, these folks have put out numerous pictures that I would call convincing. And they are part of the Bigfoot World group, which of course I have a kinship with. I do like a lot of their things. Moving right along. Oh, man. Everyone knows my feelings about Dogman, right? If you haven't, you're new here. Or if you don't, you're new here. But I have to say, this is probably hands down the most impressive picture of what I would consider a dog man to be that I've ever seen. It it looks like a trail cam or mimics a trail cam, either way. It just looks real to me. I mean, down to the nose and the eye shine and the teeth, big hairy head and a muscular body. I just don't see any reason to dismiss this and say that it's not real. And believe me, I hate that because I hate pictures of Dogman. They're always small and blurry and just obscured and stupid, and I don't like them. But this one, I gotta hand it. I wish I knew who took this picture. There's no people never give themselves credit on these pictures. I have no idea who took it. But either way, you want proof of Dogman? There you go. There it is. AI. This is an AI picture. Artificial intelligence. Plain and simple. I don't know if there's much to explain here. You can tell by the smooth, wavy, blendy sort of hair. It's just AI. It's AI is getting better and better, and it's terrifying. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the shark attack. That was all AI. This megalodon attacks like a ship. It's amazing. Like it really is just incredible. And I'm like, that's all AI. Like it looked like I don't know. It looked like a movie. It was incredible. So I studied this picture for quite a while. Like I really did because I was amazed at what I was seeing. And I thought this is one of the coolest, faces in the bush thing I've ever seen, but it has no signature. It's not assigned to anyone, and it wasn't claimed by anyone either. So I started taking a closer look at it, and I believe that it is digital art, and it's really good digital art. Like it's not crappy at all. It's very impressive. Um, I'm a little on the fence about it, to be honest with you, but I don't think it's real. I think it's art, and I'm gonna go with that statement. You guys can tell me I'm wrong if you want to, but I don't have any reasons to doubt what I'm saying on that one. Very cool picture, though. Here's another one by book authors Joseph Annie. This one's called Big Boy. And obviously, you can see just a face right there in the bush. I don't have to elaborate on that one much at all, although it is it's different than a lot of pictures we see. The eyes have like a reddish tint to them. Very interesting picture. All right, this one's by our friend Snuffy Dyer. I personally changed the contrast on this picture a little bit to get this creature to pop out a little more, but you can definitely see the ape-like appearance here. And I think Snuffy, I'm not entirely sure where Snuffy lives. I want to say out in like New Mexico, somewhere around that area. I don't think there's a lot of apes out there, but this appears to be a Bigfoot. This picture's cool. It's by a guy named Dave Robertson. I'd like to get him on an interview or something to ask him some more questions about this picture, but he has a few pictures. I like this one. This is in no way definitively a Bigfoot or any cryptid creature really, being that there are many creatures that have eye shine. But if you look at the shape of the face, or at least what would be the face, you can kind of see the cranial ridge in the eyes and the nose and mouth, and you can make out a shape of the head a little bit. I don't think it would be a cat. It doesn't look like a big cat to me by the eye set, you know. Um, Again, nothing definitive. I just think it's a neat picture. I don't know how high up this window is. Again, these are questions I'd like to ask him. Um, But yeah, it looks like somebody is peeking in his window. Somebody that has eye shine. So take that for what it's worth. Neat picture though. These are James Whitfield, also from the Bigfoot World group. Nothing terribly definitive here, but I think it's cool in between these two trees, kind of in the fork there. He has captured what appears to be a head and a face in both of these pictures. If I'm not mistaken, James is also a researcher in the Ocala National Forest, and this is typical of the pictures that emerge from that area. You see nothing but a little face or facial features peeking out from a tree. So, yeah, good job, James. Thanks for those pictures. All right, guys, that's it for this particular video. We're going to call it a day. Hope you enjoyed it. If you are still with us and you have not yet subscribed, please go click that button. Click the bell for notifications so you'll know when our next video, our next live is coming up. Obviously, we will be doing a live this Friday night, so we will see everybody there. All right, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you next time. J Mac out. Keep squatching.